What is up, world? What is up, world? What is up, world? You are in tune to the Know It All podcast. And of course, you got your usual suspects. My mellow, my man, Take Boy Fresh. What is popping? What's good, bro?
The big fine.
No, not the fine. Early.
The big one. The big one early.
Off the that one was well deserving. That was well deserving. But no, not too much, man. I just
First of all, who got something on in the background? Because they finna get fined again.
Double it up, Ma. Double it up because it wasn't me. Double him down.
Oh,
double it up.
Man, I'm starting off early and often. But nah, man, I was just saying that, but probably this is the reason why I'm getting fined early. I got done with the weekend with my 6-year-old, 4-year-old, 3-year-old niece and nephews. Mm-hmm. Been up since 7:45 a.m. this morning. Barbershop appointments, breakfast, going to the store, the mall, the playground, all kind of stuff. So, they literally just like when I came in here, Big G, I just told them they just left about 25 minutes ago now. So I'm just getting my mind back right, man.
Uncle Tate, yeah, man, I love it. I'm just getting back
in. They call me Uncle Goat.
Uncle Goat, okay. Goat. I'm just getting back
cheese,
in from
Uncle Goat Cheese.
Dallas, Duncanville. The Duncanville tournament was happening all this weekend. All the AAU stuff was happening. Under Armour, Puma, Nike, were all happening in Texas. So, definitely we was down there. Nephew got a couple of big dunks. A couple coaches out there looking. Well, we excited. We excited. Big G, what's popping, man? How you do?
Man, what's cracking, man? Back in the building again for the KnoItAllz podcast. I'm telling all the people to buckle up because we got an outstanding guest today. We'll let the intro introduce itself, man, but I'm really excited about this interview and having an opportunity to talk to this young man. We've talked backstage a little bit already, and man, listen, if y'all in for one today, so make sure you share with a friend. We're only 180 subs away from 1K. Share with a friend and let them be part of this interview. I am so excited for this young man, and thank you guys again for rocking with us and helping us get to the 1K subs, man.
Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. Hey, look, so we're going to do some stuff, man, but we're going to jump to our intro real quick, but we'll be right back right after this, man, and we get it started because I'm excited. But like G said, make sure you like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube and Twitch so that we go live. You'll definitely get those notifications. Man, we are really close. We are super close, man. But yeah, let's get it started. Let's get this thing on the road. And we are ready and we are back, but we have an intro that we want to play to get y'all ready for our guest here today, man. Like G said, we are very excited. Tate, man, go ahead and take it away. Play the intro.
Triple fine again. That boy done a single, double, and a trip.
I got it, Tate. I got it.
When we landed in Savannah and headed to Banana Land, we didn't know what to expect, but we spent the day having the best time. With owners Emily and Jesse Cole, Jesse, the dude with the yellow tux, players entertained with their beautiful personalities and dazzled with their gloves and their bats. No wonder why they're selling out stadiums. The Savannah Bananas are simply the best. They're wildly entertaining. Their baseball meets circus experience that blends sports with showmanship. They reinvented the traditional game of baseball by creating Banana Ball. It's faster, and it's a fan-first version of the sport with unique rules, dancing players, and nonstop crowd engagement. It's more than just the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball. It's competition at its highest. It's part athleticism, part theater, but 100% fun.
Didn't play ball that year. And then I came over here to the Savannah Bananas. My travel ball coach tagged me in a tryout on Twitter. And I was just like, you know what? I was trying to do the whole independent ball thing. I was working for $10 an hour at Tijuana Flats.
Dang.
And it was a tough one. And I just didn't have the money to go to independent ball tryout on my own accord because they're like $2,500, $3,000 just to go and try out. That's not food. That's not hotel. That's nothing. But the Bananas tryout, $25. When you show up, you get your $25 back. And also the first 10 people who showed up end up getting a free hotel room. I was the second person to sign up. So I got a free hotel room for the weekend, $25 back. So I was able to eat while I was there. I ended up making the team. I tried out as a shortstop. They liked me because I was quick and I had hands. And I've been here ever since. I've been here for 5 years since the One City World Tour.
Hold up. Limitless. Niggas to me can't pinning it. I thought they.
Man, I love that. I love that. And without further ado, we're going to bring in Flash the Kid. Flash the Kid, welcome to the KnoItAllz. Man, number one, honored to have you. Thank you for coming out, spending Sunday with us, man. I mean, because this is what we do. Definitely, I heard you say some things on the pivot that I'm going to get to, but I need you to give us an introduction to who you are and introduce yourself to the people for it.
Yo, what's popping? I am Flash the Kid, the fastest thing this side of the Mississippi. And when I go to the other side of the Mississippi, I'm the fastest thing over there as well. Also known as the Human Hellcat. I'm from Gainesville, Florida, 28 years old, play ball with the Savannah Bananas. I am the designated runner, the first, the OG, the best. I am the designated runner for the Savannah Bananas. My job is to rip bags and score runs, and I appreciate you guys for having me.
Love it, man. Love it. So you could go first, man, because I got some questions, but go ahead and go first, man. Let's talk to Flash the Kid.
No, man, I appreciate Flash for joining us. We talked backstage. I really, wanted him just to share his story in whatever order he wanted to share it. And then from that, we could draw questions from. I'm sure we have questions prepared, but we could draw questions and you answer your questions, ask your questions based in how you like. So Flash, what you want to talk about first? You want to talk about your early start in baseball? You want to talk about let's know more about the Bananas and what y'all doing now? Or we can work up to that, start early, get to now, start now, go back, trace back, however you want to do it.
Gotcha. So my route to the Bananas was a little different than a lot of guys here. We probably only have 5 guys that didn't play professional baseball, and I'm one of those 5 guys. It started when I was in high school. I played a lot of high school ball. If you guys know anything about high school seasons are about 25 games. I played out of Gainesville, Florida at Gainesville High School. And my junior year, I ended up breaking my pinky finger. I got my finger ended up getting stepped on by the shortstop. So I didn't play the full season of my junior year. I was snapping that year. It was supposed to be like my coming out year because that summer before my junior year, absolutely, I figured out how to hit finally. But then going into high school is going to be, finally my time to really bust out everything that I was doing during the summer. But then the first game, I ended up breaking my pinky and I was out for 15 games. And then my senior year, I was lucky enough in the fall of my senior year to get a scholarship to go play D1 baseball at Florida A&M University, the HBCU. And I went there for FAMU. 4 years. Yeah, went to FAMU. I battled injuries and all kind of stuff for 4 years. My freshman year, redshirt freshman year, I was underweight. I came in, I graduated at 125 pounds out of high school. Coach wasn't going to let me play ball until I was 165 pounds because FAMU, we play Auburn, Miami, Florida. We play against a lot of big dudes, and coming out of high school at 125 pounds, you're not going to be able to compete. So I redshirt my freshman year, put on 40, 50 pounds so that I could be able to play the next year. Next year, I end up breaking a finger. I'm out the whole fall season, and coach doesn't trust me enough to play, obviously come the spring. So I'm sitting on the bench then. And then at the end of that year, I ended up breaking my leg and I was out the entire fall season. So then obviously, again, my coach doesn't trust me enough because he hadn't seen me play a game yet. So I didn't play. I didn't start my junior year. And then my senior year, when I was finally like, hey, you know, I'm healthy. Let's rock out. Let's play some fall seasons. Right before my first fall game, lay out for a ball during practice in center field, break my collarbone. I'm out till February. That February, I end up, actually, 1 week before I was supposed to do my rehab to start throwing and stuff again in February, I ended up getting rear-ended in my friend's car. I got 3 herniated discs in my neck. And if you guys know anything about herniated disc in your neck, it messes up everything. You can't see, you can't look left, can't look right, can't look up, can't look down. Everything is a struggle. And at that point, I was playing outfield, and every ball's in the air is messing up your balance. It's messing up everything. So obviously, they're trying to figure out where to put me. I'm coming off the bench. I probably had the most appearances for a position player in the MEAC at that point. We played 55 games. I appeared in 53 games come 7th, 8th, 9th inning. Like I was playing like that. But it was just I never got to play a full season. After that, I transferred out, went to Savannah State. That was during COVID.
So one second.
What's up?
I have to ask you this question. Do you think that the injuries were a result of you putting on weight? Or
I don't believe
bad luck?
that. I think it was just bad luck. My dad likes to call me the hold my beer guy because I'm always doing something dumb the moment I'm right before I'm supposed to do something, important. Like when I broke my leg, I wasn't even on the field then. I was riding a moped, and I wasn't supposed to drive my moped off campus. I wasn't supposed to give anybody a ride on my moped. Well, I was on the way to my boy's house that was off campus, but I was on campus still. But I also had my boy Marcus Judd on the back of my scooter. We were going to ride the scooter like a mile down the street to my boy's house. So I'm in the process of doing something I shouldn't do. And my teammate comes flying around a blindside corner and breaks my leg, hits me on my moped, doing something I'm not supposed to do. I shouldn't have been doing that. My collarbone. Day before a game, I should not be going that hard in the outfield. But I was like, you know what? I need to show my stuff just so I can play the next day. Lay out for a ball, break my collarbone. When I broke my finger, that was just a freak accident. I was bunting and the ball smashed my finger and just blew it up. So hold my beer, man. I'm trying to get out of it. I still end up doing some stupid stuff. Yeah, that's
not
me,
the hold
man.
my beer guy. Okay, so Savannah State. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I was at Savannah State, but that was COVID year. So while I was at Savannah State during the fall, COVID hits. So I didn't even get to play that year. Like, what am I supposed to do then at that point? But that was supposed to be really good. We played 8 fall games. We were scrimmaging. I was batting like .430. I was on pace for the year for like 150 bags. I had stole like 25 bags in 20 games. Like it was nuts. I was playing shortstop again. I didn't have to play outfield. So I was feeling good, but then COVID. So I was out of there. And then I was at Savannah State taking all elective classes. I was in there as interdisciplinary studies because I did not want to get a degree from Savannah State. Sorry to Savannah State. I wanted a degree from FAMU because I was health science, pre-physical therapy. They didn't have that at Savannah State. So I took electives all year, and I ended up transferring out, going back to FAMU, didn't play ball, and was just taking classes. And that's when my travel ball coach reached out to me and tagged me in a Savannah Bananas tryout for $25. And I was just like, you know what? I know these guys. My travel ball coach played for them. They're real fun. They put videos out. They record their guys all the time. This is my opportunity to get some clips, put it out there, and hopefully a major league team sees my speed, sees I can play, and they're like, hey, let's pick you up, put you on a little rookie ball team or whatever. Well, I went and tried out with the Savannah Bananas for $25. I played for 4 games. I absolutely loved it. And I was just like, you know what? This feels like home, and I don't want to go anywhere else. And I've been here for 5 years.
Love it, man. Love it. Love it. I mean,
Hey,
go ahead. Go ahead, G.
Yeah, so I got a question, man. I've watched some interviews, I've listened to people, I've read bios, and I do the research before we get on the KnoItAllz. And once again, thank you for being here. But something I picked up on, man, was the Cole family energy. The Cole family energy, and for those that don't know, that is the ownership of the Savannah Bananas. The husband and wife are out front with everything that they do, right? And I heard a theme, and the theme I kept hearing over and over again is doing something that you love, right? Yep. So what is it like being around the Cole family and the energy that the Cole family brings? Because it's bigger than Banana Ball. They do all kind of stuff, and then they have you guys doing stuff. So just talk to us a little bit about the Cole family energy and what that does for you guys as an organization.
It gives you somebody to ride behind. There's not very, I don't think there's any managers of sports teams that are out there on the field with you, out there at practice with you all the time, every single day. When you're there, they're there. When you need to be there, they're going to be there, and that is because they love doing what they do. It started back when Jesse was coaching the college, the summer collegiate league up in, North Carolina. He was up in North Carolina coaching them, and he was just like, you know what? Baseball just ain't fun. Baseball's slow. Baseball's boring. We got to do something different. We got to get everybody out to these games and just make it fun for the community. And that's what Jesse's passionate about. He's passionate about doing things fans first. That's that is the name of our company. It's not the Savannah Bananas, but it's fans first. And it comes down to just morals. Fans first is the name of our company, but also morals. It's just how you would treat somebody. You treat everybody equally. You do for one that you would do for others, that you would wish you could do for a million others. When you go to a professional baseball game and you try to holler at these, like, let's say Aaron Judge, and you just want to get his autograph just to have to hang up on a jersey in your house, and he just ignores you, man, that's not fans first, man. It takes you half a second to sign that dude's jersey. You know what I mean? It takes you half a second to ask somebody if they're okay. Do you need help? Or to just listen to them. Why did you come to the game? Why do you love us? Anything of that nature. It's just being fans first and treating one person how you would like to treat a million people. And that's what Jesse and Emily do every single day in and day out. And that's the stuff that gets you to ride behind somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Man, when I was listening to him, man, and listening to him talk, I could feel the energy coming through the screen, man.
Yeah.
So I could just imagine being around that every single day. And it almost like it draws the best out of you.
Yeah.
And so, that's why I was like, man, I know he's just so excited and have an opportunity, but it's like that family atmosphere that like you said, you want to make everybody feel the greatest. So I was like, man, that's what I'm talking about. Shout out to the Coles, Bananas Foster, all the other things that they do. Man, we appreciate you guys. You guys don't realize, if you haven't checked out the story of the Coles, check them out. And I'm quite sure Flash will tell us some more as we go throughout the interview, man.
Yeah, I think the thing that I love about the Bananas Flash is what you just said. It brings you back to baseball when it was fun. I played as a kid all the way to high school, and it stopped being fun. When it stopped being fun, it was like, why do it? Because when you're in little league and you're part of the All-Stars, and we chewing bubble gum and throwing hats and just doing crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
it was a game.
Yes, and I love that. It's not just like you said, the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball. It's actually taking baseball back to its roots where it was fun, and we were singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." You know what I mean? We were shagging balls in the outfield because of the simple fact that you go get it and get a snow cone. You know what I mean? And you had heroes. So I have one of the things.
What's that?
This is in my Instagram archives. 2019, a year and a half before I tried out for the Savannah Bananas, I posted a post that said, "Make baseball fun again." I archived it because baseball's fun now.
Man, I love it. I love it.
Oh,
man, that's what I'm talking about, man.
I love it, man. I love that. So this is a wild question because it's fun, right? Are y'all like studying the dances that y'all are gonna do? How do y'all get that together? Like, we gonna coordinate, like we finna do this, gonna do this. Yeah.
So I'm the designated runner, but I'm also known as the Savannah Bananas entertainment liaison. So what I do I'm the bridge between the players and our entertainment team that comes up with all of our dances, our ideas, our TikToks that you see online. On Mondays or Tuesdays, we'll have a meeting. We call it our OTTs, the over the top moments of Banana Ball, which is going to be our dances, our skits, where we, all that stuff. We come up with a bunch of ideas. We sit at a table, round table. We go one by one, and we try and figure out what are we going to bring to the game on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And what happens is in that meeting, we talk about our ideas, what can work, what's going to be cool, what's going to be super fantastic during these games. And then on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I bring them back to the team and they're like, hey, you know, this is what we're going to end up doing. This is what you got. This is what you got. This is what you got. And we end up rehearsing it on Thursdays or Wednesdays, depending upon when we play games or whatever. And we'll practice those at 9:30 in the morning. Then we go into baseball practice. And then the next day we have our game. We get to the game at 1 o'clock. Game starts at 7. At 1 o'clock, we're starting our rehearsals for all of those entertainment pieces that you guys end up seeing online. So as much time as you spend on baseball is the same amount of time you need to spend on learning the dances, learning your entertainment pieces of that game.
I'm glad you said that y'all still practice baseball. Like, I love, you know what I'm saying? I love hearing that. I love hearing that. Tate, go ahead, bro.
Well, it was a comment in the live chat. Somebody said, "Where's KJ?" And KJ is Kyle Jackson.
Yeah, everybody loves KJ, man.
Yeah, because he well, I like KJ too, because Big G, KJ is from where?
The 419, baby. OHIO. OHIO. Right up the street, bro. Right up the street. The OHIO.
That's Northwest Ohio. It's where we're from. Got a tattoo on my arm, 419. He's a little bit further north.
Hold bias up. Hold it, because you know, if
how is that bias?
If I say
KJ from the 419. He from Bowling Green.
Look, if I looked as good as KJ, everybody be repping me too, man.
Yeah, so you know, so are you guys on the road right now?
No, we're not on the road right now. Right now, we have a week off. So this is our off week, and then next week we go to Kansas City. I believe we leave on Wednesday, play the Royal Stadium.
Okay, couple questions from me, then I'll pass it back to Mod or Big G. So I want to know who's your, and you know, it's an age disparity between us, obviously. So for you, obviously, it would be different than it would be for us, because these are a bunch of old heads right here. I'm the oldest of us three, but they the old heads, if you know what I mean. But
that's a bias sign. That's a bias all day and night. Bias.
Y'all wishing y'all 50s, y'all still have my cool, man. But anyway, Flash, the question is, man, who's your all-time favorite baseball player? Who is like you guys would emulate your game after?
Ichiro Suzuki. Surprisingly, Ichiro Suzuki.
The
reason why was when I was in high school, obviously I was underweight, and I was just like, you know what? Who can I emulate my game off of? And Ichiro Suzuki was 165 pounds playing in the big leagues. And I was like, you know what? I can do that. I can be 165 pounds and do exactly what he's doing. You know, he can hit the ball wherever he wanted to hit the ball. He could hit it out whenever he wanted to hit it out. And he had a rocket for an arm. And I was like, you know what? That's me. So anything Ichiro did, I did. You know, if it was when he got up to the plate, held the bat up, set up his sights, that was me all day in, every day.
And Ichiro was a hell of a player. People don't remember, really, much like in the NFL, you guys, I know you guys are old enough to remember Warren Moon. He spent time up in Canada. Ichiro played most of his career in Japan, right? Am I right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Then he came over here later and still was balling out.
Yep.
Still was a monster.
You know, I mean, if he had to play this whole career in MLB, he'd be among the all-time greats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just how good that guy was.
Yeah.
That's fine.
He still could play. I was watching him hit BP last year. Bat's still loud. He's still throwing 91, 92 off the mound. Yeah.
Ooh. Wow.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Y'all ever remember Ichiro having any injuries?
No, never.
Nah.
Never.
It's
Never.
probably it's probably
because he was old.
Yeah.
Yeah. It probably coincides with that Japanese diet.
Yeah.
You know, I would guess.
Secret. What was that? What was that old commercial? The ancient Chinese secret.
I remember that part. I don't remember what product it was for.
Yeah, I forget.
But Flash, full transparency. I've known Flash for about 17 years, since he was probably young. I mean, young enough. 17, he's 28. Because his father is my brother-in-law, which obviously means we're married to sisters, right? So, you know, so his dad, I'll let you tell him a bit about his dad, but when he talked about how fast he was, I think he owes some of that to his father just because of genealogy. But and I just want to tap into like your dad got you started in baseball, right?
Yep, my dad was the one who put me in T-ball because my dad is Dennis Mitchell, the 3-time Olympian, 2-time world champion. He ran with Carl Lewis, Tim Montgomery, that 4x1 team that set the world record that just got broke a little bit ago, a couple years ago. And that's where I got all my speed from. You know what I mean? So my dad put me in T-ball because he had some big shoes to fill. Sitting up here, world record, 3-time Olympian. So he was like, you know what? First of all, at that point, my dad thinks a lot and he thinks in the future. And at that point, when he put me in T-ball, he was like, baseball is going to start making a bunch of money and you can make a name for yourself in baseball. Obviously, me being 6 years old, I don't know that. But so he stuck me in T-ball so I can make a name for myself. And turns out the year that I was supposed to get drafted, man, they're giving out $500 million contracts. You know what I mean?
Hey,
So
hey,
my dad set me up for success.
real quick, Flash. Let me just interject because you know Damu's nephew Hanky.
Yep.
His Hanky's son, he got started in T-ball.
Yep.
And Josiah is really good. And we actually played a clip of him a few weeks ago. Him hitting a home run. I mean, that kid is good right now. And I only correlate the two because you're a baseball player. Hanky was a baseball player, a couple years older than you, I think, but was a baseball player. So I remember both y'all playing baseball coming up through high school and stuff like that. Now it's on to another generation. And he started like at 5, 6 like you did. And his dad got him in it. So I just wanted to kind of share that family similarity right there.
Oh, yeah. And they came out to the Tampa game 2 years ago. Actually, I think they came 2 years in a row. We played over there at Steinbrenner Field in Tampa, the spring training of the Yankees. And I got them tickets to come out to the game. And that probably helped push him a little bit into baseball because obviously he loves coming to banana ball games.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, man, so
But
I got – oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But I was going to let him finish. I interjected because he's talking about when he was younger, and I just thought about that. So you let him finish, then you can go, Big G.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
You were talking about the $1 billion contracts at the time you was in high school.
Oh yeah, they would just $500 million contracts a year. I was supposed to get drafted, and obviously, just I've never not seen one of my dad's visions not come to fruition. And just knowing that he wanted me, he was putting me in a sport because he knew money was going to come around, and for me to make a name for myself. The year I was supposed to get drafted, money came around, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But now I'm making a name for myself with the Savannah Bananas. He knew what he was doing. He always knows what he's doing. So obviously, thanks to my father.
Shout out Dennis. Shout out Mr. Mitchell.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Go ahead, G.
Hey, so this is a question, right? You guys started out banana ball and that type of baseball started out really slow.
Yes.
Right? Now you guys are going everywhere, filling up college stadiums, professional stadiums. Y'all just did that One City World Tour thing. And I saw where you guys was over in Clemson. I think you're headed to, like you said, either Kansas City next, and you're going somewhere else over there. And I believe ultimately you're going to be in Yankee Stadium and all whatever else. The game's faster, right? The approach of the game is faster. So how does that play into all the things that you do? Because I've watched a highlight reel, and I'm like, man, I've seen where you're still in a base, and the next thing you know, you're running up in the stadium, you're handing some roses to a little girl, and then you're over on the sideline and dancing with a bunch of people, and then you're jumping over here, and it's like, man, where does that energy come from? But how do you handle all of that on that level and on that platform? Because I'm telling y'all the hottest thing smoking. Yeah. I mean, y'all, 80, 90, 100,000 people is going to be in stadiums watching you guys, man. So how do you manage that, bro? How do you manage that?
It's a little weird. Last year, the best thing we were told by our coach was talking about being in the eye of the storm, being in the eye of the hurricane. When you're in the eye of the hurricane, everything around you is calm, nice and easy. You don't see the damage that's going on outside of the eye wall. So right now in this moment, I'm in the eye of the hurricane, and I don't know, like, obviously I know, but I don't truly know the impact that we're having on fans outside of the I don't truly know that. We have our moments, our fans first chats, where we talk about the impact that we've made on, people, individuals, or anything like that. That's a staple that we do every single weekend after games. So we talk about these fans first moments, but sitting in the eye of the storm, you don't get to experience that like fully. And I know I will at one point in my life. It'll probably be when I'm old and crusty and people are talking about the Savannah Bananas.
Wow.
Do you remember Flash the Kid? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when it also comes to playing in the game and needing to actually play well and also do all of your entertainment pieces like dancing or giving out roses to little kids, it's a joke, but we call it getting banana balled. When you try out for a banana ball team, you come to tryouts. Obviously, like when you're up on the mound pitching or you're hitting and stuff, like the first inning or two, like people are trying to fill it out, but then we'll talk to guys and it's like, hey, you need to speed it up a little bit because this is how it's going to be in the game. And they'll probably be out there going quick pitches, all of that stuff, and they're gassed on the mound. But that's just pitching. They don't have to worry about pitching and then doing a celebration and then doing a dance. So it's a different type of conditioning that you need to have in order to play banana ball than it is to play baseball, because everybody talks about baseball players are the most unathletic people ever. They get on first base and they have a fast guy come run for them, blah, 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 anything of that nature. But in banana ball, you don't get that. We don't have a pitch clock. We just have a 2-hour time limit and you got to move quick. So you got quick pitches, blah, 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 whatever. But there's some times where I get subbed in on first base and let's say we got 20 minutes left in the game. We're down 1 and I'm the one who has to score in order to tie the game. So I got to get out there in 20 minutes. It's the 7th inning and I'm like, I could sit here, take my time and try and pick my spots to steal perfectly, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I can't do that. We got 20 minutes left. We got to get tie game here or we're going to lose come the 9th inning. So I got to get out there, immediately steal within 2 pitches. Maybe there's a base hit up the middle right after I steal on the 3rd pitch and I got to immediately score. I'm gassed. And then it's like, hey, you remember that dance you had to do for 1 minute and 30 seconds during rehearsals? You got to do the 1 minute and 30-second dance right now, even though you're gassed, right? Wow. And I do this dance, and then I go sit down and they're like, hey, our innings move fast. You got 2 minutes and 20 seconds before you got to do outdash the flash. And outdash the flash is where I get a dad. They get a 90-foot head start on the bases, and I got to chase them down all the way to home. So I get a 2-minute break after all of that stuff, and it's like, hey, your conditioning's got to be good in order to play banana ball because it moves that quick. We'll have innings that go 40 seconds. Anywhere between 40 seconds and 3 minutes. You know what I mean? So you don't ever know. You have to be prepared at every time to do whatever it is that needs to be done. Because you might have a 40-second break or you might have a 2-minute break. You don't know because we move that fast.
Wow. That is awesome. And it's crazy that you have to be that in shape, because that's in shape for real. Yes. I got a 2-part question, right? Number one is fun, and then I'll get to the second one. The umpires. You notice that the umpires are really getting in on the fun. Are these a selected group of guys that go with you to every place? Or are they, actual MLB umpires or college umpires?
So out of our 6-man squad, we travel with most of the time 2 or 3. The first one's going to be our home plate umpire, Vince Chapman, the dancing umpire. The second one is going to be the ninja, the umpire ninja. He's the one who does the flips and stuff at first base. Sometimes he goes to third base. But those 2 guys are like our main guys we travel with, and they'll switch around the field or whatever. But the rest of them are umpires we pick in that city, and most of them have college experience, things of that nature. I don't know if any of them have some major league experience, but we have a 6-man squad at most of our games down the line and stuff like that. So it just depends about our umpires, who you're talking about and where they're positioned at. But most of the time, they got some pretty good experience, some D1 experience in umpiring.
Yeah, man, that's good. I like that. So as far as if you notice and you look at baseball, where it is right now as a whole, you don't have the you have a lot of implants in baseball, but you don't have a lot of the African American youth playing baseball like they used to play baseball at the rate they played it. Let me ask you this. do you feel like what you're doing and what you guys are doing is bringing that back? Because they get an opportunity, people get an opportunity to see you do this, and of course it creates that love, and it's like, hey, I want to do it. I want to play baseball again.
I believe so. One of my plans with my platform is to get more African American people playing baseball again, because you'll see it. They start young, but once they start getting to high school, they just kind of bail out. And one, it's hard. Coaches don't know how to coach. Well, most coaches in baseball are going to be white. They don't know how to coach a black kid or African American kid. And so, they might coach them a little bit harder. They might be biased. It could be racist. You never know. And it just makes people want to back out of the game. And it's tough to see when I had the blessing to be able to have a black coach, Essex Sneed. He played with the Mets for a little while, second baseman, outfielder. And I just want to be able to give back to the black community, because obviously me being black, and I just want to get them playing baseball. And I know that them watching a banana ball game will get them into playing baseball more, because banana ball is so fun. If you think about African Americans playing any sport, they say we're cocky, we showboat, all of this stuff, when really it's just, if a white player were to do it, nobody would complain. And banana ball is exactly that. Everybody showboats, everybody's having fun, and it's not a matter of we're showing up the visiting team or showing up against somebody. We are just celebrating us doing right. And black players are allowed to do that in every other sport but baseball. But banana ball allows me and the other black players that we have on the other teams, which is a higher percentage than MLB has, and it allows us to show who we really are and how we were supposed to play when we were in middle school. You know what I mean? But we got beat down so much for showing that. But now it opens it up, and a black player can come to the game and be like, yo, Flash is over there doing John Morant sellies at third base. That's kind of fire. And then they go and they go do it in their travel ball games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're seeing walk-up music. People have walk-up music.
Yeah.
Now, you know what I'm saying? So
but they judge that too.
Yeah.
A TikTok just blew up of this white coach in a batting facility talking about how you shouldn't have no mumble rap as you walk up, blah, 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 blah. Ain't nobody trying to listen to your mumble rap. It's my walk up. It ain't yours. I don't care if you listen to it or not. It's supposed to get me in the zone to be able to play well. And if I want to listen to Young Thug for my walk up song, it's going to be Young Thug. I had the same thing going at FAMU. I was just like, you know what? I want my walk up song to be Migos. My coach is like, I don't know. It's my walk up song. And it happened to be the coldest walk up song on the team. But I had it.
Yeah.
Look at her. Look at her.
Banana ball is all about joy.
That's facts, bro.
Love it.
Hey, so I got one last. Go ahead, Tate. Go ahead, bro. It's on you.
And the thing is about having fun and showboating, and everybody can do it, is that you guys do it from a competitive standpoint, right? I mean, You guys aren't playing a scripted game. You guys are not playing the Washington Generals because you're compared to the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball. But the Harlem Globetrotters, we know 98% of the time who's going to win that game. With you guys are actually playing true competition. Another baseball team is trying to beat you. In spite of that, you guys put on a show, half entertainment, half sports. You guys are athletes, but you're trying to win against a team that's trying to beat you.
Correct.
So you have the pressure of the game on you and the expectation to entertain and provide that joy. I mean, it's really so much to it. I mean, I can see hearing all this now, and I've checked you out on ESPN2 a time or two, but you can see talking and getting more in depth into it why people are really starting to enjoy this sport.
Correct. It is not the Harlem Globetrotters. We have 4 teams right now, 2 more teams coming in October. We're going to have the Banana Ball Championship League next year playing for a championship. We're out there trying to win. We lost the last 7 games. We're on a losing streak right now against the Party Animals. If you think we want to lose 7 games in a row, if you think that's scripted, you just don't know sports. But we're out there trying to win every single game. Like, if you come to a game or you watch a game, you'll see like the first 6 innings, everybody's having a good time. Everybody's fun. You know, we're doing all our entertainment stuff. Everybody's scoring. We're throwing confetti, giving out roses and stuff like that. But come 7th inning, you're about to start seeing people out there getting mad at each other because it is competitive. We're trying to win the game. You know what I mean? But because of TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and stuff like that, we push our entertainment pieces. But if you go and look at some of our boys' pages, we are showing us trying to tear somebody up on the baseball field because that's what we also want to push as well. But we have the Banana Ball page on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and that shows just strictly like baseball stuff, stats, and all of that stuff, because that's what we also need to push as well. People can come for the entertainment, but dads, sticklers about playing real baseball, they can look at the Banana Ball page and be like, dang, this dude went 7 for 8 on the weekend with 4 homers. Dude's kind of crazy, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey man, so we're gonna get into it because it wouldn't be the KnoItAllz podcast unless we get into it.
Spicy.
All right. Here we go. Tyreek Hill, other NFL players out there talking about they fast. I'm sitting in front of Flash the Kid, who I know is alley cat fast. Bro, tell me how much faster you are than these dudes. And on top of all of that, you got the pedigree from your daddy. So listen, you need to cut and clip this one. Tyreek, we got something for you right here, bro. Talk to me, Flash. Tell them people how fast you really are, bro.
Hey, look, if I race Tyreek Hill, which he'll never do, I know he's seen my viral videos of me beating his times. Tyreek Hill don't got a chance to get me. Tyreek Hill is fast, but he is not that fast. I'll tell you, I've seen him run a 60-meter indoor. He run a 6.7. I run a 6.7 out of blocks with a baseball start. Tyreek Hill ain't got a chance, especially if I go to the #1 start trainer on the planet, which is my father, Nike Coach of the Year. If I go to my dad and have him teach me how to come out of blocks in 3-4 months, I dust Tyreek Hill in the 60-meter.
Dust.
Blow out. Like turn and look at him like, man, bye.
Yeah.
and out of there, bro. Yeah.
You see the bottom of my
this reminds me of, because like we said, Dennis Mitchell, his father was on our show before. Excuse me. And Mod was talking about how fast Tyreek Hill, and your dad pretty much said the same thing. He football fast, right? But it hit different on that track.
It does. He football fast. And I'm not sitting here saying I'm track fast, but I'm faster than Tyreek Hill. In the 60-meter, if he running 6.7, that ain't that fast. Yeah. For a dude, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in pads, maybe Tyreek Hill, I don't know what he's running.
Let me tell you, that's fast for me, Tate, and G. We can't run that. You know what I'm saying? We can't run that.
We 50 plus years old. Ain't none of us running none of that. Gonna see no time of that ever. Come on now.
That's fast.
Yeah, when you talk about track speed, they run like cars. They literally run like 27, 30 miles an hour. Tyreek Hill's not doing that. Tyreek Hill's not running 26, 27 miles an hour.
22.
Yeah, we got into it backstage. Tell us about, because your dad is Sha'Carri Richardson's coach too, obviously.
Yeah.
Tell us about when he was helping you with your steel start.
Yeah.
And and I guess she was at practice when she was there, and she ran a 60 and you ran a 60. And about tell us about that.
So my dad was helping me with my steel start, and he just wanted to see how fast I really was, because he's seen me run, but obviously my dad being very logical, he wants to put numbers to speed to see how fast I really am. And this was when Sha'Carri was straight out of college. It was in the off season, so they aren't running for real right now. But he was like, you know what? We're doing 60 meters. It's like 7 yards longer than 60 yards, which in the 60-yard dash, I run 6'2", 6'3". So he was like, let's see if it translates. We'll set up the 60 meters. Let's go. Sha'Carri at that point ran 6'7". I go right after. I think they were coming out of blocks. They might not have came out of blocks. She might have just been like a little 3-point stance type deal or whatever. But I started like a baseball steel start, so I'm sideways. We got lasers out there. I end up running 6'7" as well. So it's like, if I'm doing 6'7" starting sideways, and Tyreek Hill is in some amateur league running 6'7" out of blocks, I don't know, man.
Smoked.
It's like starting a car backwards. If a car starts backwards and running 6'7", and then another car start forwards and run 6'7", which car faster? You know what I'm saying?
He smoked.
I got to ask this, Flash, since we talking about speed now. We talking about speed. I Show Speed. Does he catch an L too?
Look, I Show Speed is regular people fast. I am athlete fast. That's a completely different thing. I Show Speed can run at the family gathering or the cookout and beat everybody in a race. But you put him against athletes who are fast and he is getting dusted. I mean, Noah Lyles in that race was playing with him the whole time. If I Show Speed come and run with me, dusting him. He done got a chance.
Hey, Big G. He obviously a dust our boy too, because he got out there in that track talking a lot too. Who? And I'm talking about DK Metcalf.
Oh yeah.
Faster than DK Metcalf too. People hate to hear that. DK Metcalf gets smoked too.
It ain't happening. Dog, you'll dust all them boys off, man. And listen, Tyreek, wherever you at, I challenge you right now with Flash the Kid. I challenge you. Race him. I challenge you. You're going to get your doors blown off, bruh. Blown off. I challenge you. No way is you taking Flash. No way.
Y'all thought we was a know-it-alls. Today it's all the smoke, though.
Out of anybody who doesn't run for a living, Tyreek Hill probably the only person who beat me. And and he's one of the fastest football players on the planet. But that shows the separation between like football, basketball, lacrosse, baseball speed. And you got track, who are actual freaks when it comes to running. They are that fast. You know what I mean?
It don't make sense until you really understand what a 9.9 or a 9.8 or a 9.7 looks like. You just can't do it.
It's different. I tell you what, a few years back, I was when your dad was over there helping train the cutter team. Mm-hmm. We went over there with them, and I went to one of the practices, and that's when Justin Gatlin was still running.
Yeah.
And I was down on the track, like watching them run by me on the track, and it's different.
It's
different.
It's different. I've trained with the guys a few times, and I can't keep up. I don't have a chance with the guys. I don't have a chance with the girls. Like when I tell you at this point, Shakira ran 6.7. She had probably been sitting on the couch for 3 months. It was their first week out, and they just want to see where people are at. And she ran 6.7. That's how fast these people are. I'm fresh. I'm ready to rock and roll. I've been training, and they come out and they're like, I'm gonna run a 6.7. Like that's how fast these people are. They don't understand. People, they can't comprehend how fast it is until they see it in person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. And honestly, like that's what I was saying. Without a shadow of a doubt. When it comes down to it, track speed is totally different. But I like the fact that you said athletic speed. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I love to hear, those kind of things. But so, and not trying to hold your ears hostage, because again, we appreciate you and your time, and we know it's very valuable. Where do you see the future of Savannah Bananas baseball going, and just this brand of baseball? How do you see it expanding and becoming bigger? And where do you see your place in it? Like, where do you see you like evolving to? Because you started here and you became one of the pillars, right? Where do you see that next step for you is?
So the next step for me, I need to sit down and think about that one, because I don't really know. I need to find out how to develop myself into the most entertaining base runner, but I have to find a happy medium between being the most entertaining designated runner and also the most feared designated runner. So when I get out there, they're like, all right, he's about to do something cool, but he's also about to tear us up. You know what I mean? My first 2 years, I was trying to dial in on base running, the science behind it, the math behind it, and figure out, how I can become the greatest designated runner and also be able to teach people how to run bases. And that's where you'll see my how to steal the base videos. But then when it comes to next year, when we have 2 more teams coming in and we have the championship, that is going to explode banana ball when it comes to being competitive, around the competitive aspect, because people can have their favorite teams. I'm not going to say start betting, but hopefully maybe people start betting on teams and they actually ride behind somebody like New York Yankees versus the Boston Red Sox. So that's going to explode on that side. So then when it comes to being the most feared designated runner, that is going to come along with that. But then I also have to add the entertaining aspect to where it's like, I want to watch this guy because he dances, he entertains, and he is the best at it. I don't want to see nobody else run the bases but Flash. I need to build it up to where when fans come to the game, they are like, when is Flash going to run? And that is where I personally will end up taking off, because thankfully I don't have as much as much impact on my body as some of these other guys do when it comes to hitting, playing the field, and all this stuff, because obviously I have to train like a track athlete because I just run the bases. So my longevity comes a little bit longer than most of these guys. So I have to figure out how to develop that over next couple of years.
Love it. Love it. You guys have any other questions?
No.
Interesting, man. I think interesting. I think you shared a lot with us. I mean, and like I said already, previously, I can see why the game is growing. What's B Dirt saying?
He said, wait, gambling on banana ball, you have my attention.
It's on the way. It might come, man.
No doubt, B Dirt. Yeah, B Dirt Flash is one of our podcasters. We do other shows together. They have a betting show, so he's a betting guy. So when you said that, light bulb came on. Right.
They gotta find a way, but eventually it might happen.
Right. But no, man, I just want to thank you for sharing your time with us and educating us on tell us your story and educating us about where this brand of baseball is going. I think it really could. It's already popular. I really think it could blow. Mm-hmm. It could blow up.
I think the championship league is what's really going to make it blow, because now people come to the game and they have their favorite teams that they want to root for just to win that game that they watch.
Right.
But now you have to invest in a team over a season and hopefully they win a championship. Now we're going to get a lot more buy-in when it comes to, hey, this is serious and these guys are trying to win. And also fans are like, oh, now I got to really ride or die for these guys, because it's like they're going to win a championship,
I love it.
Yeah.
Have you seen any merchandising? Like people coming in banana jerseys and like with names? Is that starting to happen more and more?
Oh, yeah. You'll see it because obviously, like the firefighters and the tailgaters, they are our two newest teams. So you won't see a lot of their merch. It's out. You can buy it and stuff. But at the games, there aren't many people repping. And if they are repping, they know ball. They're like, all right, you know about all these guys. But right now, it's like Bananas, Party Animals, and it's pretty equal. You're going to see just as many Party Animal fans as you're going to see Bananas fans. And eventually it's going to be split up between 6 teams. You're going to see equal of all of these people repping their squads.
Love it.
I'm getting me a fitted banana ball, Savannah Banana hat. One Ryan Clark had on, Fred Taylor had on was banging. I'm getting me one of them. That blue one go hard, bro.
Yeah.
I'm getting that for real.
Oh, yeah.
Flash, do us a favor. Make sure that you share with us where we could go see the content. Share with us all of your stuff and information right now. Let the viewers know, where we can see banana games, where we can get banana merch, and how we can, stay in contact with you.
Gotcha. So if you want to get Bananas merch, you go to savannahbananas.com. If you would like to watch our games, you can watch them for free on YouTube. They're live every week if we're playing. It doesn't matter if it's Party Animals, Bananas, Firefighters, Tailgaters. They're all free to watch on YouTube. You can go watch any of my TikToks or my YouTube vlogs or my Instagram or anything at Flash the Kid on all platforms. Yeah, at Flash the Kid on all platforms. There might be an underscore on Instagram. I think it's Flash the Kid _. But for the most part, you type in at Flash the Kid and you'll find me.
Love it, man. Love it.
Yeah, man.
Again, we appreciate you for your time. Thank you so very
Thank
much
you guys for having me.
Giving us that opportunity. Man, y'all got to give it up for Flash the Kid, man. I mean, for real, if you don't love the Bananas and what they're doing in baseball, you got to love this man. So I appreciate, like I said, I appreciate your knowledge of the sport. I appreciate for what you're doing for the sport and everybody involved, man. So, thank you for coming out and have an excellent.
Hey, real quick, man. He told us y'all tell us y'all all-time favorite baseball player.
Ooh.
Yeah, see if y'all know ball.
Mike Schmidt.
Ooh.
Mike Schmidt. Philadelphia Phillies. Mike Schmidt.
Hank Aaron. I don't even have to think about it at all.
And you ain't see Hank Aaron play.
It doesn't matter. My uncle was a Hank. How do you think I got to loving the Braves? My uncle was a Hank Aaron fan, and he put me on Hank all the time. He was all
and my grandfather was a Jim Brown fan, but I don't say Jim Brown my favorite. I didn't see him play. Now, let me tell you my favorite baseball player all time, and it's gonna be weighty. Some people gonna think some things, people think other, but it's between Barry Bonds and King Griffey Jr. But I'm gonna go Barry Bonds.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
and I ain't gonna lie to you, Tate. Griffin's number 2. Griffin's now. I got his shoes over here. Griffin's number 2. That's how you impact.
Griffey's that man. Barry Bonds is that man.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
But I ain't have.
See, he said. Right. Hey, so to me, I'm sure I want to know if Flash agrees. The all-time best base stealer is Ricky Henderson.
Yep, Ricky Henderson. R.I.P.
Yeah, no doubt.
Who's second though? Who's second, Flash? Could it be you? Could it be you?
I think it's me, but
that's what I'm talking.
We got that new cat, Chandler Simpson. That boy can fly.
Yeah.
No, where's he at?
Chandler Simpson's with the Rays. He is a dog. I mean, ground ball to first base, he run it out.
Yeah, that's
facts. Oh wow,
he fast.
Yeah,
I thought
he track fast in baseball.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
What's his name again? Chandler what?
Chandler Simpson. He like 6'7". He can fly.
6'7" can run.
Yes, he won't. He like Usain Bolt. Like he's tall. He probably got like 8 steps in between bases. Wow. I would not be surprised if 8 steps between bases.
Wow.
I thought Ashton just brought him up. Bobby Witt Jr.'s up there, right? I mean,
Bobby Witt's up there too. But I'm telling you, Chandler Simpson's a dog.
Claude, I'm my old Claude. Claude ain't seen Roberto Clemente play. You just a Pirates fan. He the best all-time Pirates fan. Thanks, Juice. I like Jeter too. I like all the winners like Brady and Jeter and all them guys that's cool and got a lot of championships. Yeah. Even Jordan, I like all them guys.
Claude never seen no Roberto Clemente.
Love it.
That's what I said, man.
He ain't never seen no Roberto. He ain't told the truth.
Did Roberto Clemente die I know he died in the plane crash, but wasn't that like in the late 60s, early 70s?
70s.
Still black and white.
Yeah, he never seen it.
Okay.
Again,
but I didn't mean to hold nothing up. Go ahead, Mark.
No, you good. Again, Flash, thank you so much. We thank you for your time, and we appreciate you. And make sure you come back, man. Make sure you come back. Be a part of the KnoItAllz fam, and definitely we look forward to having you later on.
Yeah,
thank you guys.
Absolutely. Thank you, man. Thank you again.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Have an excellent rest of your day.
Mm-hmm.
That was Flash the Kid from the Savannah Bananas. I'm going to tell you the truth. Excellent interview. I loved having him in, loved having him on. And of course, Big G comes in with the official I did my homework. And he starts that out with all of our guests. You need to know, Big G is like, I did my homework. You know what I'm saying?
I've done my research and my homework. Listen, I'm going to find out about you for sure. It's called vetting. You got to vet. You got to vet.
But here's the thing. He really does do his homework. I'm not even getting on him for that. He really does do his homework, and he is a fan of everybody because he has done his homework. As soon as they come on, he's their number one fan, and I love it. I love it.
I'm watching Savannah Bananas for the rest of my life. As long as I'm still on this earth, I'm a Savannah Bananas fan. I told you I'm getting me a hat. As soon as I get it, I'm gonna wear it on the podcast.
So next year when they add a few teams and start the playoffs, that's your team now? In
Bananas, baby. Bananas. The Bananas. I'm getting me a T-shirt and a hat.
Hey,
both
Tate,
of
I gotta bring this up right now. I gotta go ahead and bring this up. There's a gentleman, I won't bring his name up, but his team lost in the playoffs, but his real team that he loves for life is still in the playoffs in basketball, right? And he jumped off the bandwagon, and he's still looking over there at his team and kind of feeling a certain way. I'm not,
That ain't facts because we talked about it backstage with Flash the Kid because Flash is a New York Knicks fan. No, I'm like the Cavs is out. It is what it is. But I'm eyeballing the Knicks. I got double eyes on them, man. Double eyes on them. Maybe it took me to get off the bandwagon, but I still hate John Starks, and I wish all the bad things in the world happened to John Starks and only John Starks.
Ooh, good one, Afton. I like that.
Oh my gosh, I love it. He does have a bad one.
Hey, we owe acknowledgement to Afton's comment. That was creative.
What'd she say?
Oh no,
might need to read it.
Did everyone leave some DNA on the like button? You should have made sure that you hit that. You hit that.
mean, put your finger on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
What is Claude talking about again, man?
No, listen. Normally, I give Claude passes. I give him passes.
But all the hell, you got gold and you got gold.
Mod.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
There's a new rubber room somewhere floating around. I don't know where it's
at. It ain't here. Big G ain't in the studio.
Oh man, we got to get the rubber room over here.
He has to go. He has to go to the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? The Matrix
can't help
is.
himself.
Listen. The Matrix is where he loves to go. He has to go at least once a week, and it's okay. Big B-Dirt said we talk about that Friday, Mod. He talked about that every Friday, Mod. Speaking about the person who took off his Knicks jersey and now is sitting secretly looking over there at the Knicks.
But
like
they
win one.
They still ain't won no chip, man. They made it to the finals in '99.
Yeah.
So 26 years from 73 to 99. And they went to the finals before. They went to the finals when Stark shot them out of it. So they've been this far before. So I think everybody can start giving Big G a difficult time when the Knicks win a championship.
Let me tell you something. That's why he hates John Starks, because he shot him. He shot him out of the
Tate, no, he was down in the basement. I lost all that bread. I was mad, boy. I was mad as hell. Boy. I said, man, I cannot believe.
If I remember correct, we probably was at the house shooting dice on the pool table watching the game, and it broke to the OJ Bronco chase.
Sure did. And he shot us
I remember that day. That's the day John Starks was building a building. Let's just say that he was building a building.
Boy, they was building shooting bricks.
Hey, Ma.
I know Pat Riley want to smack him open hand every time he see him, dog. I know he just want to. You horrible.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and end this stream, right? Tate?
Nah, there's only one stream, so take a break.
We'll take a break. Let's go ahead and take a break, and we'll be right back with you. G, take us into the break, man.
Thanks for rocking with us on a Sunday's KnoItAllz podcast. We just had Flash the Kid, Savannah Bananas as a big guest. Make sure you subscribe and like. We are about 180 subs away from 1K. Share with a friend, get to a friend, so then that way we can have great content like we always have every week on the KnoItAllz podcast. If you're watching us live on YouTube, we'll be right back in a second. Wherever you get your audio podcasts, Google, Spotify, or an Apple. We'll be right back with the KnoItAllz podcast.
I love this B-Dirt. He right. Shoot.
He shot us out of it too.
Shoot.
John Starks was one of the most streakiest shooters. But you know what? He was streaky, but it's not like now you got marketing because the 3-point shot is taking so much in the basketball game in its current climate. Back then, Big G, he probably only went like 1 for 7, and you complaining. Now Jokers be like 1 for 13, 1 for 16.
Bro, he was like 3 of 16 for the game, dog. He was like 3 or 16. It was horrible.
It was bad. I do remember it being bad.
Pat Riley should have took him out and put in Hubert Davis or Charlie Ward or Chris Giles, or somebody should have went in there.
Hey, the music that should have been playing in between is "He's a Brick House."
Shot us clean out of it.
He was shooting.
And just throw it down to Patrick Ewing. Just throw it into Ewing.
God.
Dump it in there. Dump it in there to Ewing, man. And y'all making me have my blood pressure go up, bro. Off of revisiting John Starks, man.
He said, great guest, great host, great chat. Thank you, Jaime. We appreciate it.
He was 11.1% shooting.
He was 3 for what? 3 for 19?
It don't got the number. It just say 11%.
Yeah.
He had 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 field goals made, 2 for 18. 2 for 18.
He was chucking that bad baby up. He was chucking it up.
Garbage. Hot garbage. Check it and see. Hey, look, so I wasn't here last week. So this is something I want to revisit. I mean, it's been a week since it's happened. I need to know, where are my brothers on this? Where you two guys on this? Cooper Flag to Dallas. How you feeling about it?
All's fair in love and basketball. All's fair in love and basketball. Cooper Flag, Anthony Davis.
Shout out to Night Laker.
Absolutely. Cooper Flag, Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving, Clay. He might not all the way be done yet. And the bench mob, they got a chance to get a chip before Luka. That Dallas gonna be, man. Cooper Flag when Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving. It's gonna get ugly, dog. It's gonna get ugly quick.
You like that?
Oh my God, yes. He can play defense and can score. Man, come on, man. He gonna be killing them.
Tell me what you think, man. Tell me what you think. How you like this whole thing?
Well, I do, man. I mean, Nicky was gonna get saved anyway. I think, and Luka is a great offensive player, but he a big old huge liability on defense, man. Big old huge liability. So now they traded Luka for AD. People said, "Oh, crazy trade. They lost the trade." If you look player for player, maybe. Now you look fit though. You know what I mean? Lakers don't have a big man. Dallas got a plethora of big men.
Mm-hmm.
You got what's his name? Is it Gaskins and you got Lively?
Lively. It's not Gaskins, but what is his name?
Big light skinned dude off the bench.
Yeah,
he played for the Wizards for a few years. I know who it is. I can't think of his name right now.
Yeah, you're right. You
got Lively. You got AD. Yeah, you got Cooper Flag. Lively, AD, Cooper Flag with the boy from Michigan State, Big G, or Klay Thompson and Kyrie. Now they immediately jump better than the Lakers next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Lakers need answers, and I was rooting for the Lakers. And I thought LeBron and Luka can work, but they don't work. If LeBron was the best defender on that team in the playoff series.
Daniel
Gafford.
Gafford. Hey, I'm going to tell you how crazy this is. This is, and y'all might say, gee, you reaching, but I'm telling you, it's like it. Remember when Bird joined the Celtics? They already had a squad. They made a little trade. They got Robert Parrish. Bird joined. They had Cornbread Maxwell and all them other dudes. And all of a sudden, they went from here to there.
You ain't named number one person they had because you don't know that much. But I know it all. You can ask me when you're ready.
What you talking about? An 81?
Go ahead.
You can ask me when you're ready. You can ask me when you're ready. I will tell you. I will bless you with answers.
I'm asking you.
Nate Tiny Archibald.
Facts. He was on the squad.
Deal with it.
He was the point. They ended up trading to get DJ because they got DJ later on. They made a trade for DJ. They made a trade for Robert Parrish. They drafted Danny Ainge. They drafted Kevin McHale the very next draft. But when they inserted Flag into that squad, they won the chip. A lot of people forget they won the chip.
They inserted Bird.
Yeah, Bird won the chip. So
LeBron going to Dallas, Rob Lightfoot, highly unlikely.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
highly unlikely.
You start starting rumors, Rob. I mean, that won't even work. You got paying AD, you paying Kyrie. I mean, I don't know. And if I don't think you Dallas, you want to trade. That's why not trade. They're not interested in Giannis. They're like, oh, we got our squad now. And I wouldn't trade number one pick for Giannis. Plus, you're going to have to trade more than just the number one pick.
That's facts.
I mean, I let Cooper Flag to be 19, and he a beast right now. I mean, he athletic, he blocking shots, he playing defense, he doing everything Luka wasn't doing.
Yeah, he can shoot the ball. He can really shoot the ball. So, so here's the second piece of my question, you guys. Because you brought this up. Should the Spurs trade for Giannis? Number one. And number two, who do they take with that pick? If you're gonna hold on to the second pick, do you take Ace Bailey or do you take Harper? I'll start with you, Tate.
I mean, a lot of the mocks. If I trade for Giannis, I gotta win now. And I mean, what do you start there? When they have assets, what player do you give up? I mean, if it's me, I'm sending De'Aaron Fox out, and I just traded for him. I just signed him, but I gotta have Giannis and Wemby. I mean, because I don't want to give up Castle. He on a rookie deal. He a rookie. He was rookie of the year. So was Wemby. They're the last two rookie of the years. I'm not breaking that up. I bring Giannis in with that. I keep Chris Paul around because of his leadership and his veteran experience and stuff. I mean, so if I got to get rid of anybody in that deal to make that deal happen, along with assets, it's De'Aaron Fox. But I probably wouldn't do it because they have such a good young nucleus. I don't know if Giannis puts them just over the top. They lose assets, use one of their good young players. I probably actually draft. I know everybody's saying Dylan Harper's projecting a lot of mocks to go number 2 to San Antonio. But that Ace Bailey different. Him and Giannis growing together. Woo! He's 6'11", can handle, can shoot. With Wemby, not Giannis, him and Wemby together. And Castle playing like a lead guard. That team crazy already for the future, man. So I keep the pick and I take Ace Bailey up between him and Dylan Harper.
Okay. And it's Jeremy Sochan that you were a funny hair guy, you know what I'm saying, that you were missing and you were talking about. He's the other guy on that team.
What other guy? No, it's Castle.
No,
Stephon Castle from UConn.
It's Castle, it's Wemby, it's Chris Paul, De'Aaron Fox, and Sochan. That's their
nobody care about Sochan. He was like number 110 pick out of Kansas a few years ago. Nobody care. He can go. He can be one of the assets you trade away. Nobody need him because he wear blonde, blue hair. Nobody care.
Get him out of here.
He's not one of the pieces moving forward. You got Wemby, you got Castle, and you got De'Aaron Fox. If you want to make a move, De'Aaron Fox is the odd man out because you're a little older, you're making all the money. You are a trade piece to make the money work.
I mean, and they have the second pick and the 14th pick. Go ahead, Tate.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, so now you're talking. De'Aaron Fox, pick number 14, another first. Now maybe you can get somebody. I'm 14, this point guard needy. But I'm not trading for Giannis, though. I'm just saying. And if I'm not trading for Giannis, I'd probably keep De'Aaron Fox, tell you the truth.
I'm being biased, man. I'm being biased. Couple reasons. Now, first of all, Tate, I agree with you 100%. Ace Bailey, Victor, Castle, Fox, and then with that 14 pick, you get that kid from Florida. Ooh, you cooking with gas down in San Antonio, boy. You might have a chip in 2 years. But the reason
the guard you just said keep. You just said keep Fox, but you gonna draft another guard at 14? You got Castle and Fox.
You got that 3-man rotation.
Well, Castle is a 3. He's more of a 3.
Yes.
And
he can play point. He gonna be a 2. Watch what I tell you. I think he probably was a 2.
Right. You got that, but you got that rotation. Now you got the kid from Florida coming off the bench to go with
Clayton.
Oh my God. Him and you got Ace to go with Victor. Oh, hey, Chip. Chips Ahoy Cookies. Chips Ahoy Cookies is in the building. Chip. But the reason I'm being biased about it, what I'm saying, is because I don't want Giannis to go to San Antonio. I think it's time for the Cavaliers to do what they need to do. Let's go on and bring Giannis to the crib, dog, and get the Chips Ahoy cookies. Let's bring him in, man. It's time to bring him in and put him with Mitchell, and let's go get this chip. Let's go get the chip. Whatever you got, whatever it take. I don't care if you got to give up Garland, Mobley. I don't give a damn. Whatever it take to get Giannis with Mitchell, roll with it. It's time to get the Chips Ahoy cookies.
Garland and Mobley?
Get them out of there.
Yeah, you got to. You got to give up.
Get them out of there.
And you got to give up a first.
Get them out of there.
Ooh.
Garland, Mobley, and pick number 1 for Giannis. And what's this dude off the bench? The Darcy Portis, Bobby Portis. Come on, get the Chips Ahoy cookies. Let's get.
And that's what the Cavs needed. Somebody like Bobby Portis Jr.
Yeah, come on, get the Chips Ahoy cookies. It's time. It's
I
time for Giannis.
Hey.
I want Giannis to be a Cavalier, bro.
See, this is why I miss being at home on Sundays with the KnoItAllz. So I miss this the new phrase, the Chips Ahoy cookies. You know
The
what I'm
cookies.
saying? You got the Chips Ahoy cookies. I love it. Go ahead, Tate.
Nah, go ahead. I'm gonna share a clip of what's wrong with the Cavs. I had it for tomorrow's Central Division Showdown podcast, but when it uploads, I'm gonna play it. We're gonna get a sneak preview here first of my shared thoughts on the Cavs. Is Big Perk talking, but he think exactly like I think. Even though Big G's are Big Perk, he think it exactly like I think.
Is he rolling with what I said? Is he rolling with what I said, Tate?
Well, it wasn't player for player talking about the trade or what they need to do, but he kind of identifies the players. They're going. You know what? B Dirt is right.
Mm-hmm.
B Dirt is right.
They softed it.
Get Garland and
you got to add another F and another T in what you saying.
The soft.
There you go. Now you're getting closer to where it needs to be.
Oh my God, this is wild. So while he's finding and getting that clip ready, the Knicks beat the Celtics. How you feeling? Well, no, let me go back. The Thunder beat the Nuggets today.
Beat the brake shoes off of them.
The Thunder.
What they end up winning by?
125 to 93.
Ooh, at the barbershop, them young boys were talking about it's going to be a blowout. I said, Denver got too much experience to be a blowout, but it was a blowout, huh? I didn't finish. I stopped watching it at halftime when the Nuggets let them go on like a 14-4 run. Here go that clip real quick.
This Cavs team, they was just fucking soft.
Jared Allen is not a playoff big man. He is not physically dominant. He is not aggressive. You know what bothered me the most about that series? Do you ever watch when there's a little scuffle where he is? At some point, as the main dude, the biggest dude on your team, you got to fuck somebody up once in a while. No other big man respects him. He is a great NBA player. I don't care what he works on this summer. He got to work on this and this.
I'm glad somebody finally stood up and said something about how soft these guys are. This series came down to physicality and like who wanted it the most. And what we saw the Pacers. I don't know if people really look at what the Pacers do defensively. Hedges with physicality. They perimeter players switch with physicality and starting shit, whether it was hard fouls, whatever the case may be. Donovan Mitchell, we don't want to hear it, brother.
I'm getting beat down like this, and y'all gonna write some shit about us, man.
You damn right we are, because we don't believe you. Donovan Mitchell, you got a coach fired. You got J.B. Bickerstaff fired. You didn't like him, right? Soon as he got fired, you got signed to a contract extension, right? You extended with the Cavs. This is why I point that out. Trying to win a championship, that shit ain't fun. That shit is stressful as fuck, right? That shit takes when you walk into practice facilities, and guess what? You may hate your coach that day because he's bringing out the best of you or holding you accountable, right? I'm not sitting up here knocking Kenny Atkinson, right? But Kenny Atkinson gave them guys too much leeway of yo, it's fun. No, the fuck it ain't. It's fun in the regular season. That shit's stressful as hell in the postseason. So now, all of a sudden, we are here now, again, a Donovan Mitchell-led team that had all the pieces. You make a trade at the deadline to go get a DeAndre Hunter, who's soft as well too, because you don't sit out a game 2 for a dislocated thumb, bro. Like, fuck no. Evan Mobley, you sit out game 2 but play game 3 because you have a little pain and soreness in your fucking ankle sprain? See, that's the difference of mentality when you look at those guys and Donovan Mitchell. How many times y'all watched that game last night and the camera went on Donovan and it was like Donovan wanted the world to know that his ankle was sore and that he was pushing through it. I'm giving it my all, y'all, but I got a sore ankle. Go look at Anthony Edwards and what happened to him game 2. We ain't heard shit about it.
Mm-hmm.
So excuse some of Perk's language, but he said what needed to be said, and what is true, I believe. Now, I wouldn't go so rough on Donovan Mitchell. I mean, I think he was out there. Maybe he did, did his Paul Pierce leave out in the wheelchair and come back when everybody know, you know what I mean? But he played well. He played with a lot of heart.
Yeah, and I think you have to do that. You totally have to have. So I think heart is a forgotten thing in this generation, and you don't see it very often, right? You see heart in certain players, like we were talking about Anthony Edwards. We were talking about him, and definitely shows heart. Somebody like Kobe, when he hurt himself, got up, shot the free throw, then walked off. That's heart. You can't you can't coach that. That was always something that I heard my father and other coaches say. You can't coach heart. Heart is just, you either have it or you don't, right? And I'm not gonna come down on your team. I'm not gonna rain down on your team. Y'all say that they were soft as wet toilet paper. I believe that. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all say.
He muted.
Oh, he done got fined again. What is happening with all these?
A lot of that's my money in that jar today. But if you saw the graphic, they soft as Nicki Minaj behind.
I seen that. I looked real hard at that picture, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. I looked. I said, Lord, have mercy. And I was trying to figure out who she was. I said, it's old Nicki.
That's Nicki.
That's old Nicki.
Yeah, that's old Nicki. Oh, you can identify her like that.
Lord, I'm not in this conversation. I'm not in this.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Ma, wait, Ma. You ain't gonna put me and Big G, the two married guys on here, out there like that. When I know at least one thing you was looking at. I know one thing you was looking at.
Well,
it looked kind of Nicki Minaj's to me.
Again, like I said, I'm moving on from this one.
But that's the whole reason why they need to get Giannis, bro, because he's the anti-soft. He's as hard as a brick. He's a tough dude. He's a tough guy. He gonna check somebody in their chest. He gonna walk up to somebody and be like, man, what the hell are you doing, man? Yeah. He gonna grab a dude by his jerseys, and he's gonna make Atkinson tough. Since you got rid of the coach, and by the way, Bickerstaff made Detroit tough. Detroit is tough. So now Giannis gonna bring that tough man culture in here. Be like, man, we're not doing all this soft stuff, bro. That's the whole. If the Cavs ever want to get a championship, there's one route and one route only. You have to bring Giannis into Cleveland. If you don't do it, you're not going to get a chip, bro. It's not happening.
Ain't going to get another one, huh? So I heard something I got to ask you guys. They said, and I gotta remember the number, but I think it was 168 in the last 8 years. As far as Achilles tears, right? Achilles tendons, and what they were saying is on the torn Achilles tendon, they were talking about this season alone: DeJounte Murray, Kyrie Irving, let's see, Damian Lillard, Jason Tatum, let's see, there was a DeAndre Ayton. I can't see because she's in the middle. But again, there were this season, there were a lot of torn Achilles tendons. But one of the things that they're drawing attention to is the low top basketball shoe. They're saying that ever since they stopped wearing the high top, right? Ever since they stopped wearing the high top, there was an increase in torn Achilles injuries in the NBA in recent years. And the data is mixed and depends on the sources, but the trends from 2019 to 2025 is an 8% increase.
Mm-hmm. That's fact.
And they're talking about it was very low. It was only 38 in that same period. If you took and you went to where they were wearing high top basketball shoes, there were only 38 injuries in that same year period from 5 to 19. So in that same period, you only had 38 injuries. But in that next from 5 to 19, you had 138. Mm-hmm. So it's like, do we feel like high top shoes need to come back to the NBA and we need to stop this low top fad that we got that Kobe started?
100% high top shoes need to come back to the NBA. I'm the same guy that says them damn offensive linemen need to take them Jordan cleats off too, because it's when you get a shoe, it's high performance based on what you're trying to do. I don't know if any of you guys have ever been around NBA basketball players. People say that they're skinny or they're long. They are, but there's some big guys too, bro. These guys got shoulders and arms. Some of them were weighing 240, 250 pounds, 6'6", 6'7", 230, 240 pounds, and running at the speed that they're running. You're setting yourself up for failure every single freaking time. Now, I know they got excellent tape, man. I know they do a lot of modern technology thing, but the low tennis shoes got to go. One of these brands, Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, somebody has got to invest in making a high quality, high top shoe that these young cats will want to wear. They want to be so different and they don't realize they put themselves at risk for injury a lot. And some of those names you named off are some of those new breed young guys that want to look the way they look. You got to get a high performance, at least mid ankle covering basketball shoe. We didn't suffer with those injuries, and the game was a lot more physical for us than it was these young guys.
I'm glad you said that, because I got to ask Tate this. Tate, soccer players wear low top shoes and they're just as athletic. Do you think that it's because the basketball season is a lot longer? You know, G just made reference. We played the game but we played it in shorter spurts than the guys are playing it.
The basketball season was 82 games, as long as I can remember. It's 82 games now. I agree with G with maybe a mid shoe. The difference is now, soccer players are great athletes. They're well conditioned. They can run around. They can kick a ball. They don't play with the volatility and explosiveness that athletes do nowadays.
Facts.
I'd say 65% of athletes now can do what Dominique Wilkins did 30 years ago.
Facts.
You know what I mean? That amount of torque. I mean, the same thing with your boy Twinkie man, Zion. All that. He blowing out his shoes right in college. I mean, it wasn't like that. It wasn't that power, wasn't that force, because the athletes are better. We all understand this and agree with this. Nutrition is better, power is better, training is better, guys jump higher, all that stuff. All this has something is in correlation with all that.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
So I don't believe it's just the shoe. I believe soccer players are great athletes, but I believe they more stop and go, but they're not dealing with the explosiveness, the jumping, just all that stuff that they do. And I think it wears over time. Like Jason Tatum didn't do nothing the other day, or when Dame Lillard got hurt to affect their Achilles in that moment, but it's built to where it's going to get to that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like that take. That's a great take, man. It's B-Dirt said, I think it's more also more explosive athletes with lower body fat. That injury is literally muscle pulling the tendon away from the bone.
That's facts.
Yeah.
That is facts.
So it's one of those things where I'm looking at it. I think, G, you're right, man. They may and Tate, you guys. I just echo your comments. I think there should be a really light mid shoe made by Adidas, Nike, or Puma. That will go ahead and take these. I mean, shoot, what about even Under Armour? That'll go ahead.
I say, how you gonna leave them out? My brother-in-law is about to switch jobs over to Under Armour at the corporate office in Baltimore. So hopefully we'll see some Under Armour gear around here soon.
Yeah. So,
New Balance gonna pull it off, though. I'm telling you, who's gonna do it. New Balance gonna pull it off.
They
pull it off.
They
New
got
Balance
Kawhi Leonard. I don't.
New Balance ain't been hot since that was the James Worthy.
Cooper Cup too. They
got Cooper Flag. They just got Cooper Flag, and I'm gonna let y'all in a little secret.
You might care about no Jeremiah Smith.
Jeremiah Smith, they got him.
Now, it wasn't the secret, was it? I just said it before you.
Yeah, because I told you.
I don't know.
I got the pictures to prove it.
That boy said,
you said that? You said that in the text? That's where I got it from? I ain't saying I didn't. I don't remember. I know I just
talked about it. I showed you some pictures of me snooping around the Woody Hayes Center and seeing what I saw. Yeah, but he a New Balance kid for sure, man.
Yeah. I got you. We gonna get to that. He said, "Bring the pumps back." D. Brown.
Them jokers was so heavy, man. I tried to run from the police back in 91. It was so heavy.
Wait a minute.
I got caught.
Wait a minute. He just said I'm thinking he's like, I tried to run basketball.
The statute of limitation is over. It's over. The statute of limitation is over. It's over, man.
If you notice, I said I tried to run from the police. So, forget the statute of limitation. I got in trouble for that.
Yeah,
but I'm saying I had on them Reebok pumps. That's the heaviest shoe ever. Hey, so I had issues with my legs a few years back, and I'm not still 100%, probably about 80% as far as my walking and balance stuff. But I was in a wheelchair for like a year and a half and a walker. But so I'm happy to be where I'm at. It's progressing. But yeah, so that's why I got so many the 270s back there. That's all I wear really. I got a lot of shoes. But what I wear daily is the Air Max 2s because they light, they comfort, they fit your feet. And yeah, I don't get in there. Like I got some brand new ones, G, and I'm gonna bring my gum sole AF ones to the crib. I'm gonna have to wear them maybe to the graduation because they fresh.
They fresh.
But they heavy though.
That's why. Hey, that's why we call them Tate Boy Fresh. I love it. Hey, look, but here's like. G knows that I'm not lying. The Charles Barkleys were really heavy too. Like, when you start talking about heavy shoes, and I wear a lot of the up tempos. So up tempos are heavy, right? You need to. I think where the support needs to be is in the back of the heel, right? The back of the heel. That's
the heel cup. The heel cup has to have the support.
That's where the support needs to be. All right. Let's find it. Let's find another one.
He telling the truth. The Reeboks was
old
horrible.
Country. No, he said worst show. Oh, see now you saying shoe, he say show.
Yeah. If he's saying show, well, Claude, you lucky the rubber room ain't around, bro, because you be headed to the rubber room right now.
I'm finna
but he could be talking shoe, could be a typo. But the thing is, Claude do and say so much, we don't know right now.
We don't know at all. But yeah, so I mean, honestly, that's something I needed to hear you guys take on, man, because realistically, this is becoming a thing, man. It's becoming a thing. These Achilles injuries are pretty bad, man. And normally when you see them, you see, athletes on the football field or on the basketball court, they're wearing low top shoes.
And them damn offensive tackles is wearing them Jordan cleats. You need to take them damn Jordan cleats off, bro. I'm trying to tell you. If I was a coach and anybody on the O-line had a Jordan cleat on, I'm punching them dead in the face. I mean, straight up, one of these. Dad, take them damn shoes off. You wear offensive lineman cleats, bruh. You gotta have traction. You gotta be able to stop a dude. You out there trying to look pretty. Get that mess out of here, bruh.
Running through the jungle. B-Dirt said, Perk F-bombs. Tate's running from the cops. Great interview with Flash. This episode is on Mount Rushmore. And Claude said what he meant. Yeah, he said what he
Send
meant.
him. Send him old country. And then send him back to the new country too.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Put on what you got gold and you got gold.
You get all three of them, Claude.
Tay, you about to
all
get your
three
fifth
of them.
fine. Tate about to be like, brother man, on the fifth
I thought I hit the mute button, man.
Yeah, 5 fines.
I said Claude got all of them.
You gotta get them all. You gotta get them all.
I'm telling
man.
you, the rubber room is next week on here,
Now
Claude.
look. Now look. Claude said worst show ever. B. Dirt said Mount Rushmore show. Who right?
Not Claude.
Not Claude. I can just tell you, not Claude. Not Claude at all.
Not Claude, man. Get Claude out of here, man. What you talking about?
Hey,
man?
Perk did have more F-bombs than I remember, B. Dirt.
It's okay. That's Perk, bro.
So John Caldwell and Rob.
Somebody else said it too. Yeah.
Both wanted me to make a comment. So I've heard my brother's rant. You know, I've heard Big G's rant about this, and he feels like at some point.
Can't wait. Before you answer, have you heard me rant?
No, have not.
Thank you. Okay, that's all I wanted to prove. Thank you. Go ahead.
Have not heard you rant at all. Like I've heard Big G's rant, and his rant is that, you know, at some point George is gonna crash out, right?
Yeah.
He's like, you know, it's not if, but when is the terminology that he used. And I'm not coming after Big G with this take. What I am saying is that here we have an athlete who with a giant upside. He's got a lot of potential. You know, you guys know I've talked good about George Pickens for a while. You know, it's not something that I'm just making up. Y'all know I've said it. And the fact of the matter is, you're pairing him with a top 5 wide receiver in CeeDee Lamb. Yes,
top 3. Top 3.
So I'm saying top 5, so I won't get reamed. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's top 3. I'm giving top 3.
Okay,
it's
right.
Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, him. Uno dos tres.
So, and CeeDee Lamb was 35% of the Cowboys' offense last year. 35%. So you're also giving this man with huge, you know, potential and upside as a receiver. You're giving him the best quarterback that he's actually had. You're going to give him the best quarterback that he's had, right? So you're giving him the opportunity. He has this giant catch radius. And the other thing is, you have to understand about this trade that makes a lot of sense. Dallas Cowboy receivers, other than CeeDee Lamb, did not get open. George Pickens does. He gets open. He's open. He's got catch radius for days. You know what I'm saying? You can put the ball anywhere around him, and he's gonna get it. You know. So now you make CeeDee Lamb that much more efficient and effective, because who are you gonna double? So I think it was a great trade, minus the fact that if he does crash out, you know, it would just be one of those things where we would only have to deal with it for a year. But this is a contract year for George Pickens. And I think, you know, around contract years, people tend to act right. You know what I'm saying? You know how grandma would tell you, go get that switch and you start, you know, acting on your best behavior. Yeah, that's what contract year is. You know what I'm saying? It's get the switch. Hey, look, if you perform, you get the bread. If you don't, you're not, right? And this is all we heard. We heard on one of the KnoItAllz shows. I'm trying to remember who said it. Was it Tyler, or was it Tyler, or was it my guy? It was one of the offensive linemen that said it. But they said, you know, we're playing in the NFL. This is people's how they support their family. You know what I'm saying?
What's Tyler? Livelihood. Yeah.
Yeah. This is how they support their family. So if this is how they support their family, I think George Pickens is going to, you know, go. This is contract year, man. Go all in, get it. You know, get it while you can. So Rob Lightfoot, John Caldwell, I like the trade. I like the trade a lot. I think it makes a lot of sense for the Dallas Cowboys. I think you know, when you look at it, the Steelers got some equity, draft equity from us. And I think that really works because I think they're going hunting again. The other day they were talking about, I think it was Big G that put in the chat, they were talking about going and getting Chris Olave. So if you're going big game hunting, for the Steelers. If you're talking about going to get big game hunting for the Steelers, hey man, that's it. You put DJ and Olave over there. And, hey, if you got a quarterback who can get him the ball, hopefully Rodgers, it looks like it's going to be Rodgers. You got a quarterback who can get him the ball, I think you'd be cooking with grease. So I think it's going to work. It's going to end up working out for both teams. I think it is really going to work out for both teams. And I do think that George Pickens makes this Cowboy roster better. Yeah. So that's my thing. He said, I haven't heard get the switch in a long time. GP needs a good switching. And he said, what does it say about your team trading for a player that drugged your boy around by his face mask? Listen, I got it. Him and but we ain't even here on the team anymore. Jordan Lewis is in Carolina. Him and Jordan got into it. And matter of fact, Jordan tweeted, I left just in time. You know what I'm saying? So he tweeted it. And here's the other thing you guys don't know. They have moved Dak and Micah into the captain's corner. So now their lockers are right next to each other. I think, if it's one
you
thing,
keep people in Dallas fans, y'all keep saying Micah. I don't see no captain in Micah. He's a great player, no doubt. I don't see captain in Micah. So him going over there, maybe they trying to learn him something, teach him something. But he not there yet.
And
he's a crash out.
I don't disagree with you. I think that's why you move him close to 4, right? So he can learn what it means to actually be a captain. Diggs is over there too. You know what I'm saying? So you got Diggs, you got Micah, you got Dak. They're over there. And here's the thing. We may not have loved the Schottenheimer hire. It just didn't look glamorous. But the culture of, you cannot argue with Clayton Adams. Clayton Adams has taken, if we look at Clayton Adams, and it's just a brief Cowboy segment and I get off of it. You look at Clayton Adams, he's taken the last 3 teams he was with, and all he's done is produce offensive linemen, all pro, and he's given James Conner the best year of his life. He's given Jonathan Taylor, the best year of his life. Some unknown running back before Jonathan Taylor had the best year of his life. Why? Because they love physicality. So you're taking an attitude of a whole team and you're reshaping it. And you're saying, hey, this is what our culture is going to look like. So I don't think that GP, sign this in, I don't think that GP is going to have an opportunity to be a cancer, because, I mean, look, he was at a softball game the other day with CeeDee Lamb, with Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray's softball team had a game. He was over there with CeeDee Lamb. They're spending time together. This is, I think, going to work out for both teams.
I think he has immense talent, but it's the character of the kid, man. They're not just going to change overnight. Now, can he? Yeah, absolutely. Can he get his bread? Absolutely. But I'm going to tell you something. We're going to find out real quick, fast, in a hurry what this combo look like. Because I'm telling you right now, I already done called for it. The Philadelphia Eagles are going to play man press. And when they get tired, they're going to drop the cover 4. They're going to run Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean right up on Pickens and Lamb and say, all right, go get that. Go get him.
They don't want to do that.
I've already done called for 4 sacks week 1.
You don't want to do that.
Week 1, 4 sacks.
My big G to jump to next season already. My question would be, Pittsburgh, Mike Tomlin, one of the best coaches at dealing with personnel issues and connecting with players and stuff like that. He couldn't do it. He did it with AB. He kept Chase Claypool at his best year, his rookie year. Yeah. He did it with Deontay Johnson for several years. He said, George, you got to go. So, and we didn't know if George was going to hold out or demand money. George is the type of guy to go to a new team and say, I'm going to hold out till you give me money. I ain't saying that's going to happen, But I could see George Pickens doing that. He'll feel like he already earned his bag. Maybe not with Dallas, but he feel like I put enough on tape that y'all know what I am. I need that 25.
And you know what? I love that take. That's a great take. But I'm gonna tell you something. You know it, and I know it. You get to Dallas and crash out. That's your time up in the NFL. Big G always say NFL stands for
not for long.
Yeah, that's your time, brother. Give me. That's it, folks. That's it. It's that's all, folks. You won't get another shot. You won't get another shot at all. Absolutely.
That's
what Claus just put up there.
What's the old saying?
First of all, let me read this. Running Through the Jungle says, regardless of what you think of Dak as a quarterback, he is definitely a mature leader, and GP could benefit from that too. Absolutely. Juice said, when Dallas starts losing, the true GP will come out, Mark. Yeah, we'll see. And then Claude said, Dak and the Cowboys suck, Mark, and they'll finish third in the division. Could. Or we could.
So I don't.
Or we could win 12 games.
I think Dallas definitely won the trade from a player standpoint, adding that talent. We all know it's talent. But it's if he gonna do what he's supposed to do. That's the big question mark.
That's it.
And the Steelers said we'd take a third and a swap for your fifth for our sixth. And that's what they got for AB, a third and a fifth. When they let AB walk out there because he crashed out.
Oh, now that was
like I said.
I don't like using the word anymore. I don't like using crash out, but that was a true definition of a crash out. That was it.
No, but he was always crashing out. The whole recording in the locker room. I'm just saying Tomlin dealt with all that for the talent and the production. With GP, he didn't want to be bothered. The Steelers run from a cultural standpoint. Y'all brought a huge talent boost into your room, which you needed. And now, is he going to get mad because CD is Dak's favorite receiver eventually? Because it's my contract year, I'm not getting all the receptions I thought I was going to get?
You knew that coming in. Mean, it's not your team, sir.
Well, he knew that in Pittsburgh when DK got drafted. Yeah. traded for it.
Yeah, you're coming to CD's team. This is CD. That's why them spending time together, I think is awesome. It's culture building and it's building that program. But you know what? You said something that brought something up that you always say. Put the talent in the room. Work everything else out. Put the talent in the room. You know what I'm saying? And we put the talent in the room. So that's my answer to that question. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. But we're up on parting shots, man. We're up against time right here. So yeah, definitely. Let's get to the parting shots. I'll start with you, Big G.
Man, thanks again. I want to thank Flash the Kid once again for coming to the KnoItAllz podcast. Great interview. If you wasn't here from the beginning of the show, make sure you go back and check that part or segue of the show out because it was outstanding. We picked up a subscriber. We're up to 821. So now we are officially 179 people away from getting to the 1K. So we appreciate all you guys rocking with us. This week, my co-hosts have been having some issues, family stuff going on, personal stuff going on with the Level Up College Football Podcast. We're going to get it in this week because I'm going to just give you a little prediction. I think there's big news that's going to come out of Ann Arbor in the next 14 days, and it possibly could happen this week. And I'm going to say this, and so people don't think I'm biased right off the bat. If what I think is going to happen to the Michigan football program happens, it's not fair, especially for Sharon Moore. It is not fair. He's not the guy behind all of this. This has a lot to do with Jim Harbaugh, with the defensive coordinator, with the athletic director, and even the president of the university who has now escaped and went to the University of Florida. But I think there's a big announcement coming in the next 7 to 14 days. And if it does, and if it happens, the landscape of college football is going to change forever. Because I believe wholeheartedly that they're going to get as close to punishing Michigan for a 2-year thing to where it's going to take forever for the program to get back.
Ooh,
now, will the Michigan
You're saying SMU caliber punishment?
Not that high, but up there. But I think that the Michigan lawyers are going to fight back. I think they're going to push back. But, man, listen, from what I'm hearing, it's about to get ugly. So, and it's not, and I'm putting it on wax, on record right now today. It is not fair for Sherrone Moore. I am an advocate for Sherrone Moore on this point. He's part of the problem, but he wasn't the problem. It was Coach Harbaugh, the defensive coordinator, Connor Stallions, the athletic director, and the president. And so, listen, y'all, I ain't with it. I'm not with it about Sherrone Moore getting blasted. I think he has some culpability in it, but it's not on him, bro. And you're punished. And who you're really punishing is the kids like Underwood and them that wasn't even there. Underwood is without a doubt the number one freshman quarterback in the country right now today. And you mean to tell me you're going to punish this kid and he wasn't even a part of the Michigan Wolverine program? That's too much, NC2A. But they got a bone to pick in Ann Arbor. So y'all be watching the KnoItAllz podcast, be watching the Level Up podcast. Whenever it goes live and it hits, we're going to talk about it, man. But I think a big punishment is coming up out of Ann Arbor, man.
Yeah, man. I like that take. I mean, I like that, G. Good take, man. Very good take. Talk to me, Tate. Your parting shots.
Man, I don't have a lot to say, man. I say everything I need during the show. So if you just want me to say something, man, I'm just gonna say something, man. Cincinnati Reds swept the Guardians. They 24-24. They're 4.5 games back of the Cubs. And we play the Cubs starting Friday. 3-game series. So that's a big series coming up. And they obviously play this week too. I think they might play Pittsburgh again. But they play the Cubs. Looking forward to that because hopefully Pay will be putting some money into my Cash App account after the Reds win the series. So I'm looking forward to that. Big G, your Phillies is 1 game back of the Mets.
Yep.
Your Braves is still struggling like my Reds, so I can't call y'all big trash. So we probably close to the same record.
Our number one closer just got
500.
PDs. Our number one closer just got PDs and suspended for 80 games, though. So.
Oh, yeah, you sent that in the chat. So
yep.
I'm might not affect y'all. But lastly, I want to talk to you. Did he shoot her?
Oh, you talking about some show y'all
watch?
You talking
Power? No.
Yeah,
no. I think somebody I think one of Unique's goons came up behind and he got them. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what that was.
Oh, that's a good thought. I didn't think about it. That's a good one. That's a good okay.
Yeah.
You seeing out there to show land?
Yeah, man.
Okay. So you showed me a little something there. And lastly, man, Lou, my dude again. Claude. Hey man, you can't always keep the OG inside, man. Sometimes I gotta let the OG out, man, and talk about OG stuff, man. So me and Maya care. He answered my question. Who I was talking to care, Claude. Nah, go. I do got to get the rubber room over here, because Claude, you gotta go. But no, that's it, man. I thank everybody. Thank Flash the Kid for joining us, man. Really appreciate that. Was a really, really good interview, really insightful. That brand, the baseball, banana ball is growing. You see, he was just on the KnoItAllz podcast a week ago. And was here with us today. Yeah, what did I say?
You said the KnoItAllz.
It's
kind of like on there today was with the pivot last week.
Yeah.
So appreciate him joining us on here. That's to go from that podcast to our podcast. That's great. Hopefully that can get us some exposure. Hopefully he shared it on his social and stuff. We'll see a boost in that. But appreciate hearing for joining us, and it was a really good interview. It was lots of fun. I agree with B Dirt, man. We kind of stepped outside the box, outside the lines. They had a really, really good show, man. However you interpret it, it was fun. Just like Banana Ball, it was fun.
It was fun. Hey, take Mobland on Paramount.
Okay.
And Landman. Mobland and Landman. You need to watch both of them.
Landman?
Yes, Billy Bob Thornton, really good.
Or like some oil stuff.
Yeah, it's really good, really good. You did it. I'm telling you.
Breaking news: DK Metcalf just tweeted a picture of Olave and going like this.
Oh, you know what that is? He's coming. He's coming.
Yeah.
I think that's
Hey, so Big G. If Olave is traded for, and they get Olave, and Aaron Rodgers signs, okay, Juice, I'll listen to you. Mine just steered me wrong a couple times. But like that sci-fi show, man, like I said, the Dope Thief was good. It was good enough. You know what I mean? I like Dope Thief. It wasn't one of my all-time favorites, but it was good enough.
Yeah.
But Big G, if they sign Rodgers and get Olave, what kind of jump did the Steelers take? Does your record prediction change?
Well, I already got us at 12-5.
Okay, what I got is that. Tell everybody.
14-3.
That helmet right there. What I got is that?
14-3.
14-3. Now, that's a big bias.
Does it go up with a lot?
I asked Big G. No, my mind don't. You got to at least have 3 losses.
Yeah.
But does Big G go up?
Yes. Yeah. With Aaron Rodgers and Chris Olave,
DK fire move.
Yeah, we're a top 3 team in the AFC.
Hey, hold on, man. I'm not reading Cloud's comments no more, man.
Read them, please.
He wants attention, man. It's a cry for attention. I'm not gonna give it to him.
Well, I gotta go look at it and see what it says.
I'm not giving him the attention that he desires.
Yeah, they become with Aaron Rodgers, Caleb Johnson, Jalen Warren, DK Metcalf, Pat Freiermuth, Mount Washington, Chris Olave, Robert Woods. Now, I think at this point, Calvin Austin III might be a trade bait because they're going to develop Roman, and maybe they get something for Calvin Austin III.
He's your kick returner, bro. You can't.
Bro, we got Atwell. We got Gainwell. What are you talking about?
Gainwell, and they draft that dude Kent.
Yeah, man.
He's not the kick returner. He's the punt returner.
Yeah, Kent from one of the MAC schools, and then you got Gainwell. So now,
that's true, B-Dirt.
Listen. I'm not saying but I think that at that point, if all those things happen, they're a top 3 team in the AFC.
Can I say to B-Dirt, after I got done, we broke the schedule down. It wasn't on our homies of the night. We didn't get to the Steelers. But we did on Wednesday on Pump Your Brakes. And after we broke the schedule down, I got the 14-3. Big G, what did I do?
Went right back and did 14-3 again.
No, but I mean, the first night I put myself in the Matrix, though.
You put yourself in the rubber room the first night, not the Matrix.
Yeah, that's what the rubber room. Yeah, I did.
Room. But then Candy doubled down on it. Doubled down on it the very next night. On Pump Your Brakes.
We went through the games again, but I changed the game up. The first time I was losing to Green Bay. Second time I was beating Green Bay. First time I was beating Buffalo. Second time I was losing to Buffalo. So I changed the loss up, but still I ended up 14-3.
14-3 is 14-3, bro. I don't care how I take.
Biggie Bronco said Pittsburgh Steelers at best without Aaron Rodgers go 9-8. With Aaron Rodgers 11-6.
I don't know about that, Biggie.
I think of everything we talk about coming to fruition, 12-5 is the basement.
Olave, DK Metcalf, Roman Wilson, Olave, DK Metcalf. That's nasty, bro.
Well, DK Metcalf and Chris Olave give the Steelers a 1-2 punch. You know what I'm saying? And Mason Rudolph can throw to them. You know what I'm saying?
And get 10 or 11 wins.
Get 10 or 11 wins. He should be able to do that. With a running game, you should be able to do that. You know. So,
but then you throw 12 in the mix, Mod. You throw 12 in the mix.
That's why I said, the basement's 12 wins to me. That's it.
Yeah, I'm talking about 12. Number 12, Rodgers.
I know what you're saying, but I'm with Tate. 12 wins. 12 wins. Definitely 12 wins to me. But Tate, is that the end of your take?
Oh yeah, I'm done, man. I didn't have nothing to say anyway. That went on kind of long for me not to have nothing to say.
Hey,
I told you, Lou, my dude again, all right?
Yeah, hey.
Lou told Canaan, your mom is more man than any man you know.
Than any man you know. More gangster. He said you more gangster than any man you know. I was like, ooh. And then you got Breeze. You finally got Breeze. So
you
you
got
know
Breeze.
who's
It's
coming.
it's not unique.
You know who's coming now.
Who? Big pause, but who?
Yeah, that's big. Ghost. Ghost. You know who we gonna
Oh
see
yeah,
next season?
Ghost gonna get in the mix because of Breeze.
Because Ghost is the one that killed Breeze. Yeah, he's the one that unalived him. I'm sorry, you can't say that. He's the one that unalived him. Listen, Big E Bronco, you had a comment over here about George Pickens, and you said that he'll go for 1,500 and 10 touchdowns. That's a lot.
That's
a lot.
no way.
Hell no.
That's no
Hell
way.
no.
I think
Hell
he does
no.
get. I think he gets 1,000. I definitely say he's gonna get 1,000.
I can see
If he get
1,500.
if he get 1,008, y'all with Dallas winning. But GP could be mad he don't get 15. That's what I'm saying. You never know with that guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I think he's gonna get 11. I think he's gonna get 10. Actually, not 11. I think he'll get 1,000, like 1,080 something. Because CD's still gonna have like 1,200 yards, 1,300 yards.
Bro,
right?
if GP hit for a stack and CD hit for 12 to 14, y'all in the NFC Championship game, dog.
No, CD gonna do his thing, man. He's gonna do his thing. And Big E said it's a lot of wishful thinking. They getting the Saints wide receiver when the trade hasn't came through yet. Yeah, but with the smoke, there's fire.
Biggie, you just worry about them trash Denver Broncos this year that's going to finish 4th place in the AFC West.
Ooh, 4th place?
I don't know that I could say that. I think the
don't know
Broncos
either.
are primed to have a really good year, bro. Like, for real.
I think
the Raiders, look out, watch the Raiders, bro. Watch the Raiders.
At least, for me, at least 10 or 11 wins. At least.
It's not the Broncos. It's not the Raiders. The Broncos, I'll put the Chargers and Broncos before the Raiders. The Raiders finished last in my book.
Yeah, I think the Raiders are going to finish. They're the basement. But 10 or 11 wins. 10 or 11 wins. And that's where I see that Broncos team at right there. My parting shot, you guys, as always, I like to thank everybody who was in the chat hanging out with us, the people who are still there hanging out with us. Man, look, y'all don't know, man. We go through a lot just to make sure that we're here and be consistent. I was talking to another podcaster today, and he was just at his second year. He was just starting his second year doing what he was doing. And I said, man, don't despise the day of humble beginnings, man. Don't be upset because you don't have the numbers or whatever. It takes a while. And it takes a while of you being consistent and actually showing up. Even when you show up and you got, people who we love and care for and appreciate, like Claude, but who say crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're definitely there, and you're there so that you can interact and have fun with those people. So I was saying to him, hey man, 2 years is a long time. And then I look up at us and we've been here 4 years, right? 4 years, 200 shows. And that's something, that's not something to just, snare your nose up at. And for Mod's moments real quick, consistency breaks resistance. If you ever want to do something at a high level, or you want to become something in a place, you have to consistently show up. And sometimes that's just half the battle. If you show up and you're in the place, you can do certain things. Because I'm going to tell you something. God can make a faithful man able, but he can't make an able man faithful. And being faithful to something and showing up every day is how you get better. That's how you improve. That's how you make sure that you get to that next place, that next level, and accomplish your dreams. There should be no dream in your life unaccomplished. When you pass away, you should have accomplished everything you set your mind to do. I love when we heard Flash the Kid say, man, I don't know personally. He said this out of his mouth. I don't know personally a goal that my dad set that he didn't accomplish. That should be the testimony of everyone in the chat, man. Everyone in the chat, everybody on my within the sound of my voice, that should be you guys' testimony. Show up, man. That's half the battle. Even when you don't want to, even when it just you're tired. You know what I'm saying? I have not gotten any sleep. I came off the road, and I jumped right on this thing, man. I jumped right on the podcast. You want to know why? Because this is what we do, man. This is who we are. You have to be consistent. You got to show up. Even when you don't want to show up, even when it doesn't feel good, that's the time where it really counts. I heard a wise man say, love isn't love until it's tested. And you don't really love somebody until you have to see the test. That's when you find out how much you love that person. You know what I'm saying? You find out how much you really care when the person is on your nerves. They're the last person you want to deal with, but you still deal with them. You know what I'm saying? That's love. And I want you guys to achieve your goals in 25. Not only just achieve your goals, but achieve your dreams in 25. We put these episodes and we call them dream chasers. In order to chase your dream, you got to be consistent. In order to grab your dream, you got to be faithful to it. And you got to make sure that as you're being faithful to your dream, you're actually big up in yourself. There's a riddle that says, what's always, I can't even say it because I work with kids. But they talk about tomorrow always, being, something that is in the future, but it never arrives. So when you put off something that's in the future and you say, or you put off something for the future, you're just keeping yourself from actually attaining it. In other words, start today. Start right now. Start right now. We didn't have all this equipment. We didn't have all this background and put together and adhesives on the wall and neon lights and shoes and helmets and none of that stuff. We didn't have that stuff when we first started. We had mics and computers. That was it. You know what I'm saying? And we're at a place now where we're heading towards, the vision that we have for the KnoItAllz. So this is Mod's Moments, man. That's all I got. Be consistent. Show up. Even when you don't want to show up. Even when it's hard, show up. Do what you got to do. Achieve your dream.
Even when it's difficult. And I must have love for y'all because both y'all get on my nerves. Especially, say, Big G with his boy Kirby more than you and Big G.
Oh my God! Look,
Kirby, don't you start at 6 o'clock in the morning, Kirby. Don't you start tomorrow, or I'm coming to see you, Kirby. And I'm gonna be knocking on the door, and I'm just gonna smack sparks off you. Get back in my car and drive on back to the crib. Don't start in the morning, Kirby.
It's the Curbsters, Kirby.
That damn Kirby boy. He's a Yenzi. He's a Yenzi, man. He get on my nerves.
Hey, man, look, and like I said, we thank you guys for subscribing. We need for you guys to continue to keep coming through, man. Keep coming through. We're gonna keep giving you fire content. That's what we do. The KnoItAllz are here. We do know pretty much all of it together collectively. If you put us together, you know what I'm saying? Put our minds together. We know a lot. We know a lot of useless information.
It's three of us, so you think it'd be 33.3 in the third, but I'm thinking y'all 25 far as knowledge.
Stop that. Stop that right away.
I have to go and get myself off screen, man. This brother here, man.
Stop that.
Here. Listen, you guys have anything else before we go?
No. Once again, thank you guys. We appreciate y'all.
Wednesday night on Pump Your Brakes on the Steel Curtain Network, Fans First Sports Network. It's interesting that Flash said they company is Fans First something or another.
Just Fans First.
It's like Fans First Sports Network.
Yeah.
So, but no, I was just gonna say Wednesday I should be right there in the Big G studio, Big G's podcast room.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have some breaking news. And Tate, we got to deal with Kirby on Smash the Gas.
So wait,
I got to say this. Make sure y'all rock with the KnoItAllz podcast for Smash the Gas before Pump Your Brakes on Wednesday. But go ahead, Mon.
That's true.
Both of y'all in here, man, at least Tate gonna know a little something about trying to set up and have multiple cameras in one room. Because this is gonna be
we gonna have one camera.
Technologically challenged. Y'all are technologically challenged.
We gonna have one camera.
You know what I'm saying?
One camera. We're gonna be straight. I already got the chair for Tate. It's the Ryan Day official Buckeye chair. He gonna be the first one to sit on it live on the show.
You should have multiple camera angles at this point.
For what?
Because y'all in one place.
Well,
at
less.
But it's not gonna happen. I know it's not gonna happen because y'all would have to sit there and set it up, and it's gonna be a little challenging. But if you had two cameras and you set it up,
I'm bringing my camera, but I think my problem is more about the sound and our mics interfere with each other.
I think
so. You just use one mic.
I think you should use one mic. You know what I'm saying you should use one mic, so that way you won't get that interference. But again,
well, maybe we call some numbskull down in Texas. He can walk us through it.
Maybe so. Maybe he can. But I don't know. Look, this is all G does. Look, I try touching. That's all I see is this. Yeah, I'm doing it, Maud. You look, you can see yourself. I'm like, gee, come on, man.
Get his ass out of here. Get him out of here. No way.
We start calling Big G big failure. and Big G. I bet if you had an Apple product, all this stuff would just be easy, man.
It would be simple. It would be simple for him. It really would. But he don't want it. He don't want his life to be easy. He just wants the hard stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Ooh, big pause.
Put him in. Go ahead, Tate. Go ahead.
He didn't want the hard stuff.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. No Diddy.
Are you listening to yourself?
No Diddy. You got to chill.
So I'm gonna stop saying.
Wait. Give Claude a no Diddy too. Look what Claude said at the end.
But we know that ain't happening. That's one of them comments that Claude. You gotta go.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. I'm after hearing and this is as serious as I could be, guys. I'm literally gonna start taking that out of my vocabulary. After hearing the details of this trial, it's horrible, man. It's horrible. I hate the fact that we're here and social media puts this stuff out for us to hear the details of what's going on in that trial, but it's heinous. It's not. It's oh my gosh, it's horrible. And if you had a daughter,
you knew all that if you watched the documentaries and all the stuff leading up to the trial. I mean, everything that they saying is. It's been first. Well, not everything. It's a trial, but it's been firsthand accounts of people that experience what Diddy's is and freakouts is, and just the life of that life that's been said. That I mean, so you know.
It ain't nothing new. It ain't nothing new. This been going down forever in Hollywood.
Yeah, you right. But
it really has.
You're absolutely right. The Eyes Wide Shut movie was a direct representation of what was happening in Hollywood. We know
correct.
But
this ain't new.
It's still. It doesn't matter if it's not new, if it's new or not. It's just horrible. It's horrible hearing about. It is horrible. I got nieces who I absolutely love, and if something like that happened. I'm like the dude who I'm like the dude that went and finished out everything. I'm gonna go my own way if something like that happened. Just put money on my books because I'm going to sit behind some glass. It just is what it is. I'm gonna come out looking huge like Tukey by the time y'all see me again because I just don't understand it. I don't like it. It's not good and I'm done. So make sure you guys. When you say that you're gonna take out your vocabulary, I thought you're gonna talk about the word hard from where we came from.
But go ahead. When you first said that, I was like, yeah, you was difficult. I've been trying to do that myself, but you was going somewhere else with it.
Yeah, difficult. Hey, but I'm gonna start using difficult too because I work with high schoolers, so I definitely have to make sure that I use difficult. But man, hey, look, thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with us on this Sunday afternoon. We're getting ready to get up out of here. We'll see you on it. Make sure you smash the gas before pump your brakes, and we will be back. Same bad time, same bad channel. We are up out of here. We will holler at you guys a little bit later. Thank you for rocking with the KnoItAllz. Peace.